Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. Today, I wanted to take the time to talk about why I truly believe with all my heart, that we are getting Classic Plus, and it is just almost a year away from right now. And I wanted to take the time to talk about every single piece of evidence, why it all lines up, and just my general thoughts and hopes that we will see a Classic Plus. Otherwise, I'm going to be very sad because we're here on Season of Discovery, and I'm going to wonder what was it all for if we truly never see a Classic Plus. But this isn't really going to talk about features or things I want to see in Classic Plus. I've talked about that plenty, but I really want to dive into the timeline, show you guys what I mean and why. So let's start it off here, and we are going to switch it over to the 2025 roadmap. So this gives you a pretty good gist of where we're at. So we're somewhere between, we're past summer now, and we are in the autumn area for sure, almost borderline winter and spring. So as you can see, we are going, in a week from now, we're gonna send landfall, no new raids, but nothing really like that. Obviously, you have the main launch of MOP, which honestly came in summer, so they were a little bit ahead of this. And then the anniversary launch is somewhere around here. I would almost say that Nax, we should get the Nax announcement any day now, honestly. It seems like they're a little behind on that, and they're either holding off on TBC or something's in the works for TBC. I'm not too sure, but I don't know. I expect the TBC to come out around November or December. So, yeah, it's a bit weird that we haven't even gotten to Nax yet, and we're 2 months away from that November mark. Then SOD, as you can see, SOD, they only had Phase 7 here, so we even got a Phase 8 and went into the Scarlet Enclave in spring. So SOD Phase 8 wasn't there, so that just tells you how subject it is to change. But what I want to harp on this is we essentially just have TBC, and TBC, if it comes out November, December of 2025, should be run its course all the way through. TBC was the shortest one, so if they do TBC on this accelerated schedule, TBC should be done around September of 2026 or even November of 2026, and keep that in mind because that'll be important here in a moment. And then MOP, obviously, if we go through the patches at a 12 to 8 week cycle, they said they're going to be 5 patches, so we will be on Siege of Orgrimmar by BlizzCon 2026, which is September 12th or 13th, I think. So exactly a year from the time of this video. And we will see them all sort of naturally end, because these are the 2 main versions right now that are actively being developed with MOP and Burning Crusade. So we will see them come to a natural end around BlizzCon next year. Well, that takes us to our next thing and points I want to talk about before we get into the BlizzCon. So obviously we know that Blizzard is suing Classic Plus servers, or servers that advertise they're the next Classic Plus. They're going after every single one of them. They focused with Turtle first. They have hit Epoch. They have hit pretty much everyone that I can think of, and they're trying to take them down. And what these servers all did is they advertised that they were a version of Classic Plus, the Classic Plus you're looking for, etc., in the wake of SOD dying. And so they I really think Blizzard is harping down on that as well, because if they are going to do their own Classic Plus, they don't want other people saying that name, as well as a bajillion different other reasons that I don't really want to get into. But just briefly overviewing this, a lot of people are talking about all these lawsuits and things. Then Aggrend's comment on one of Hammerdance's videos, a letter to the devs, essentially asking what the heck is happening. He did this around towards the end of Phase 7, Phase 8, what we were getting next. And I want to harp on this last paragraph. The last thing I'll say is that everything we have done in SOD is for a reason. We have big aspirations as a team, but we have had to learn some hard lessons about what is and isn't appropriate, even in a very aggressively progressive version of vanilla. I've said in interviews in the past that if we try to take on something like a so-called Classic Plus, we want to be confident going into it that we can deliver something that most people who want that sort of thing will like. I don't think SOD is what I would call an ideal Classic Plus, even if it is hands down my favorite version of WoW I've played in 21 years of playing WoW, and 15 years of working on WoW, and 7 years of working on Classic. There are some things we did in SOD that we will never do again, and there are many more things in SOD that we want to keep developing and carrying forward. To put a pin in that, our team is also growing as well significantly in the department of design, i.e. the people who can truly build new content. That alone is exciting. And I absolutely, unequivocally agree with this. This is an amazing post by Aggrend, and it's showing we see that they're doing something. They're making things. Classic Plus is in the works and will happen very, very soon, and that just gets me so freaking excited. If it's not Classic Plus, I don't know what it is, but that line paired with everything else that is happening gets me really stoked. Then we have BlizzCon right here around the corner, and it comes out September 12th, 13th of 2026, so exactly a year from today, and it'll be really, really awesome, that if you're going to announce some grand game, BlizzCon is the place to do it. I don't think they announced Classic Plus on some random Tuesday, but who knows. And then furthering this, going along the lines of what Aggrend's comment said there, as they said, they truly loved SOD with all of their hearts. Just the videos, the Future of SOD video that they did, interviews in the past, everything they did, they always talked so highly and positive, and how much of a dream it was for a dev to be there and play and just throw things in and at a very quick rate, and to have people react, play to it, and enjoy it. And then I'm not obviously never going to leak DMs, but just my personal conversations with them also implies to me that they get hyped, they get excited, they truly loved SOD. So I really don't think you give up on something you love without a very, very strong reason. And to me, that strong reason would be a formal launch of Classic Plus. And I really think they're gonna announce it at BlizzCon 2026. I think it is going to be a monumental event. They're going to briefly talk about a few things, and then I think they send that thing either weeks after they announce it, because we have been waiting for so long to get it, or they send it probably in November, December, like they do. Selfishly, if you want my exact date, I'm going to say November 18th, 2026, because that is my birthday. So it'd be really freaking awesome to have Classic Plus drop on your birthday, but like I said, that's a selfish date, and it's a Tuesday this year in 2025, but it's not a Tuesday there, so maybe we'll get TBC for it. But anyway, these are my full thoughts, my full case, and why I think that Classic Plus is in the works, and we might just see it in under a year. So without further ado, that is pretty much it. So if you have any questions, anything you'd like to add, if you think I'm wrong, tell me why. If you agree with me, tell me why. I can't wait to see it. But until next time, I'll see you later. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey you. Yes, you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.